What is going? Oh, hold on, wait. I gotta get the mic right. Okay, here we go. What is going on, YouTube and y'all squad? This is your boy Yocrates. This is your review for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is season 14, episode 15. Another filler for me. So, yeah, we're probably not gonna be here long, but let's get into it. I may expound a little bit when we get towards the end, but we'll see. So we get Erica, Dorit, and Bose. We find out they're going to St. Lucia. Bose says it's going to be a fashion show out there, a real fashion show. Then she said, "Ooh, I probably shouldn't have said that." Shady. Dorit recaps her meal with Garcelle. Erica asks what was like. Pretty much is like, okay, so these things were done to Sutton, and she wants compassion. But when it was done to me, I didn't get that. But guess what, Erica? The difference is when it came to you, quote unquote, mixing prescription medication with alcohol, you use it as an excuse as to why you went on a verbal attack against Garcelle's teenage child. Which, yeah, you weren't going to get any sympathy, empathy, or compassion. And then with everything going on with the lawsuits, the fact that you had no sympathy or empathy for the victims, yeah, that's why you didn't get that. Anyway, Bose is working on her room assignments, and the three of them are going to be together in one villa. We get Sutton and Garcelle, kind of the same thing with what we just got from the other three. Garcelle asks if she spoke to the Reed, last time they were together. She was like, "Well, I said hello." Garcelle recaps her meal with Dorit. And if Sutton, and pretty much like, yeah, I asked, like, if you were to give her a Kelly bag, like, would things be over? And she was like, yes, we would be the best of friends. You could see how Sutton was looking like, I bet. Garcelle feels that it's wild that they can talk about Mauricio, but it's like Morgan is off limits. And Sutton seems a bit scared to bring up certain topics when it comes to Kyle because she's looking for something. At the same exact time, no, let's keep it a buck. Let's not lie. I feel like all of them are like that too because unfortunately, Kyle is the quote unquote anchor for the show, so many of them don't want to go too hard and too far. We get Kyle and Bose. Bose drops off a bag to her. She also dropped off a bag to Erica and Dorit because they were at Erica's house. I didn't mention that. We find out that Bose made an effort by texting Kyle when she saw the picture of Mauricio. And she was ready to ride. My thing is that's cool, that's cute, but you just ready to ride for mofos you don't really know like that. Okay. Kyle decides that she wants to be open with Bose, which is not typical of a Capricorn, but very manipulative. I see you, Kyle. She felt that the breakup was coming, but didn't want to accept it. Kyle says, she would be happy if they, had separate rooms and just doing their own thing. I'm pretty sure y'all were already doing that. Bose shares, okay, before I get to that, but Kyle saying that she felt it coming. Obviously, you felt it coming. You sat here and paraded around Morgan all last season. What the? Anyway, Bo shares that with her late husband that she wanted to break up with him, but didn't because of his sickness. That's why she didn't ask for the divorce because it would make her look bad. Because for a lot of people, how can you leave somebody when they're going through the worst time of their lives? Right? We can debate that at another time. And he had found himself someone else, and that was during the time that his cancer was terminal. And when she went to the hospital, she lost her edge because she saw the other woman rubbing on his head. I'm like, So Cal feels that the photo has changed things between her and Mauricio. No one cares. We get Dorit and PK. I'm gonna just say this. After seeing this, is real. Even though I was trying to lean into it, it's given like no, y'all playing in my face because y'all giving too much, and I think that's probably why we haven't seen much of PK. Even though I feel like some of this is real, and PK is using this as his exit strategy, but I don't know. Cause she is shocked that he hugged her, being extra. They've been divorced. Not divorced, separated for 3 months now. Doree has been working on herself. It says her eyes are wide open. PK is trying to figure out like hell that mean, and PK pretty much lets her know that it's like it's her control issues and her trying to dictate how he lives, and that is a problem. So Dorit wants to know what prompted the long email, and then you have PK asking like, is she trying to discuss only part of the email? Which this is kind of making me feel like, so there's more. And typically when people retell stories, they only tell the parts. Not all people, but most people tell the parts that make them appear to look good or the victim or whatever. And he wanted her to retain a lawyer so they could have a mediator for themselves, if things got crazy. But I thought that, now this ain't for PK, but Dorit, I thought y'all had a 4-hour therapy session, which again I call bull. I call cap because again I see my therapist once a month. It should be more, but I see my therapist once a month. The most we went over was 30 minutes. The most, because again, other people got to get in to see that man too. So I don't know, but anyway. Then the re-ask, does he want the divorce? But didn't you say during therapy that he yelled this 4-hour therapy session that he pretty much said, "This is why I want the divorce or getting the divorce"? The cracks in the story. PK says she brings out the worst in him. They need to learn to co-parent and find their way to being friends again. He doesn't know if divorce is in the future. This is why I'm like, hold on now. This is starting to look a little tricky. And what's next is their journey to becoming friends. And then it may be in like 6 months they can revisit and see like if divorce is really a thing to do. So we get Bose, Keely, and Lael. So look, I'm just finna give y'all the gist of this. Lael was asking all the questions that needed to be asked. Will they move in together? How many kids does he want? What the timeline looking like? And with the very last question, Keely's like, yeah, your mom instilled some good values in you. And I forgot the question. Sure, you forgot the question. Conveniently. And Bo says that, Lael is asking all the questions that I'm kind of scared to get the answers to. This is giving me that you told your daughter, I need you to ask these questions because it'll be easier if it come from you than me. And I've dealt with people to where I'm not saying that she has, I feel that she has, but I've seen parents use their children as their mouthpieces or to do their little dirty work because they don't want to do it. That's what I feel. Fight me in the comments. So we get Kyle and Mauricio. Long story short, Mauricio apologized for the photo and hurting her. It wasn't on purpose. All right, the girls are getting ready for St. Lucia. The room assignments happen. So again, Dorit, Bose, and Erica, one villa. Kyle, Kathy, another villa. Remaining girls, last villa. Dorit wants to enjoy the trip. She knows when Sutton comes in as warm, and then like wrathful, and then when she's warm and meek. Sutton isn't sure if she spoke to Dorit, but is feeling weird vibes. Sutton says that Dorit and Kyle, like they could have instant forgiveness for each other, but it's not the same way with her. Garcelle says to her, and people can say we are the same exact way. Now, here's when Sutton says something poignant because she gets emotional because the only person that has supported her is Garcelle in all of this, and Sutton wants them to like her so much. And this reminded me of, I forget the season, but basketball wise, when I think it was Tammy's last season when she was talking to Jackie and was just like, all I ever wanted was for them to pretty much like me, to love me and whatnot. And you can see that a lot of what Tammy was doing was people pleasing to try to get the quote unquote cool girls to like her, not realizing that she had elevated past them. But again, she gave them the gut punch towards the end. But that's pretty much it. Y'all got approximately 10 minutes. That's it. I ain't got no more. Terrence wave on a lot of this. I will see y'all for the Whether You Like It or Not panel. Beverly Hills editions will be edition will be over at JB's house tomorrow, and y'all know we gonna make sunshine out of all of this. So thank you so much for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you all then. Peace out.